It's a little too soon.
Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Hartford Common Council. Would you please all join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Roll call, please, Shanna.
The mayor and all alderpersons are present, except Alderperson Kohler and Alderperson Turchi, who are both absent and excused.
Thank you. Item 4 on the agenda, we have the unanimous consent agenda.
I will move to approve.
I'll second. Oh,
Go ahead.
Moved by President Rusniak, seconded by Alderperson Wilk.
Motion by Alderperson Rusniak, seconded by Alderperson Wilk, approving the Common Council minutes of May 27th, 2025.
Any changes or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Any communications, Shanna?
I was just going to remind everyone of the June 24th Common Council photo, so please just dress in business attire. Everybody here is going to be here at least?
Yep.
You will, okay.
Super, thank you. Item 6 on the agenda, appearances or citizen comments. Anyone wishing to appear? Second call, anyone wishing to appear? Third call? All right, moving on to the mayor's report. I just have one thing tonight. On Friday, May 30th, I had the privilege of joining our fire chief, Tony Burkhardt, Assistant Fire Chief Craig Semler, and City Administrator Steve Volkert at the U.S. Women's Open at Erin Hills Golf Course. They showed me how they teamed up with the Golf Association to provide fire and EMS services for this great event. I want to applaud them and their staff on the excellent job they did in rising to the occasion and showing what a top-notch organization we have. Hartford should be very proud. And that's all I have. On to aldermanic requests. President Rusniak.
I have nothing tonight.
Alderperson Curley.
Well, I'll take out the one for the golf outing. First off, thanks to the good folks at Menasha Corporation for their donation of $2,000 to the Hartford Fire and Rescue Department. It's much appreciated. Congratulations to the 2025 graduating class of the Hartford Police Department Citizens Academy. And once again, this year, our city parks are looking great and this summer, so get out there and enjoy them. That's it.
Thanks, Steve. Alderperson Waldvogel.
Request this evening.
Thank you. Alderperson Garza.
Not necessarily a request, but just a comment. So I've been driving through small communities. I've noticed people in other communities mowing their grass into the streets. And I've noticed that hasn't happened too much in Hartford, but just want to remind everyone not to do that, especially with people riding motorcycles and bicycles. It's a big danger for them. They can't get any grip in the road and could cause an accident. So just a quick reminder on that. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Tony. Alderperson Webb.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Alderperson Kohler's not here. Alderperson Savage.
Nothing tonight.
And Alderperson Wilk.
Nothing tonight.
Great. I didn't see any standing committee reports. Then on to item 10, resolutions and possible action thereon of resolution number 3730, a preliminary resolution for the levying of special assessments under sections 66.0703 and 66.1109 Wisconsin statutes for the purpose of funding a bid operating plan in the city of Hartford Central Business District.
I got it. So this is the annual preliminary special assessment resolution for the bid district. Final resolution will be adopted at the next meeting. So basically, the projects proposed in the bid 2025 operating plan are funded through the special assessment resolution, which is paid by those businesses identified within the bid district, and those businesses then benefit from those projects. So that's the purpose of this, essentially.
Super. All right, you've heard explanation by staff. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion.
So-
Moved by Tony, second by Dean. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10B, resolution number 3732, a resolution amending the 2025 to 2029 CIP budget. Steve?
Yeah, so we had a request from one of our employees, our new IT person, Tiffany, who unfortunately was not able to come out and talk to you about this because she's behind the scenes making you all look good right now on Mass TV. The situation is that we have in the 25-29 CIP budget $100,000 to update our surveillance equipment. From what you read in that executive summary, you can see how we have so many duplications, several different areas in which they have to find different information from for all the cameras that we have throughout the city. The request back in 2024 for the 25 budget was for us in 2026, which Jack at that time thought he wouldn't have time until that time to do this project, but to, again, consolidate all those into one software package. So the request by Tiffany is just to move it up from 26 project to 25 project. There is no financial difference for the city because this is money that was coming out of their fund balance. Several different departments will have their own fund balance, so it's like your savings account. So if they have money left over, in that account, it goes into the savings account. Money that was taxed or otherwise raised, again, wasn't spent that year, goes into their savings account. So this department has its own savings account, and it was projected in 2026 to have the time to take the money and put it into it. So this project originally budgeted for $100,000, came in just over $70,000, and so the request by staff is to do a budget amendment, which would move this from a 26 project to 25 and allow her to get this done yet this year. Any questions?
Any questions? No?
Sounds
Or
good.
comments? Then I would entertain a motion.
So moved.
Moved by Alderperson Wilk, second by Alderperson Savage for approval. Any further comment? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes. On to item 11, ordinances. The first reading and possible action thereon for ordinance number 1511, an ordinance amending Chapter 15, 15.08, Chapter 24, 24.03, and 24.09, and Chapter 25, 25.04, 25.06.04, and 25.09.06 of the Hartford Municipal Code relating to chloride surcharge development. Dan?
So this was approved by the Utility Committee last Monday. Basically, it pretty much updates our ordinance to meet DNR requirements and also adding chlorides as a surcharge. We already have BODs, suspended solids, phosphorus, and ammonia as nutrients that are surcharged now, so chlorides would be added to that. I have Dan Schaefer from SCH. He'll give you a little history on our chlorides and what the city's been working with for the last few years.
Great, thanks.
Thanks, Dan. Good evening, everyone. As Dan mentioned, DNR has implemented a source reduction measures plan in the city's permit for the better part of 3 or 4 permit terms now. And chlorides are a dissolved constituent that aren't easily removed from the treatment plant, so that's why DNR's approach is to identify source reduction. In the city's case, the industry in town does account for a good portion of source reduction, so as part of the last permit, DNR included this requirement to draft surcharge language in the ordinance. So that's the reason behind this, is that in order to get the reissued permit, EPA had kind of directed DNR that this was one step along the way they wanted to see implemented. You'll see in the memo, there's a few other cleanup items in the ordinance as well. There's some outdated language referencing old code, DNR code and state code that's being updated as well. There are two other chloride-related updates in this ordinance revision to install new outside hose bibs on unsoftened water, and then some additional language about high-efficiency softeners. So in addition to the chloride surcharge development, there were those two small changes. Happy to field any other questions if you have any.
Any questions for Dan? Thanks for that explanation. It was very helpful.
problem.
Thank you. Anything else from you, Dan?
This would apply to all industries. The surcharge would be 431 milligrams per liter, so if their discharge was lower than that, they would not be charged. So anything above that would be charged.
Good deal. Do you know how much that would affect, like, the largest customer? Or the largest one that has it?
Yeah, Dan did some numbers.
It's actually, I'm going to correct Dan here, the average concentration into the plant right now is 431. We're actually implementing the surcharge at 625, and at that level, I think the highest chloride discharger would be about a $40,000 per year figure, assuming no source reduction. The motivation is, this is the carrot, use this to start implementing best practices.
And would we assist them in trying to do that?
And that's a great question. Dan and I have actually been attending twice a year meetings with each of the larger industries that are on this list. So they know it's coming. A few of them have asked for it. So we've been working with them already the last several years.
Super, thank you. All right, anything else for staff? All right, then I would entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
This is an ordinance, so do you want to suspend the rules?
Suspend, right.
Motion to suspend. Even better.
Alderperson Webb, the motion to suspend, second by Alderperson Garza. Any discussion on suspension? Seeing none, those in favor of suspension?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Rules are suspended. So then, on the ordinance, do I have a motion by President Rusniak? Second by Alderman Curley for approval. Any further discussion on the ordinance? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ordinance passes. I don't see anything else on the agenda, so I would entertain a motion to adjourn. By Alderperson Savage.
I'll second.
Second by Alderperson Wilk.
Do you have nothing?
Nope. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
All right.